We are fighting the fake news.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's set some boundaries with a spoiled control freak. Is that why you're doing this? Well, then get your shit together. All your shit. So it's together.
In a few hours, she'll probably be sane enough to work herself into some sort of towering Jesus-based rage at the hazy recollection of being seduced by some kind of cruel Samoan.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans.
Who are these people? These faces? Where do they come from? They look like caricatures of used car dealers from Dallas. And sweet Jesus, there are a hell of a lot of them at 4:30 on a Sunday morning.
I have got to stop taking gigantic bong rips right before we start the show. And actually, it's not so much that I need to stop. It's that I should probably limit myself to just the one.
So it's not so much as you need to stop. It's just you need to set boundaries and yes. You need
everything in my life. I just consume too much.
You just need some self-control.
I am the consumer. And anyway.
I consume all the things. It is my superpower. I am the consumer.
I promised Rob that I had a way to start the show, and I do.
Wait, we didn't already start it?
No, that's the start before the start.
Oh, okay.
You remember working with Doc Thompson? You had to have your eating cookie, and then you had to have your walking cookie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, so the first bit of that was the eating cookie, and now we could have the actual cookie, which is the start that I had planned. The only reason I mentioned the other thing is literally because the show started with me hacking my brains up, and I wasn't sure if everybody could hear it. So I figured I'd address the issue right off the bat, be honest about the situation, that I made a mistake.
I think there was just like a little bit of it, like right at the very end, like right as the mics came unmuted.
Okay, so. Well, now you know what the underlying story there was. Anyway, what I was going to start the show with is that Rob and I fought this week, and we didn't.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a fight.
I think we were kind of mad at each other actually there for a minute.
No, I can honestly say I was not.
That's just because
but I will say this: you did send me down a path that I had not been on in a long time, and habits that I had started to break started coming back. You definitely screwed with my mental health this week.
Fucked up thing about the entire conversation is that if that's really how you felt about it, fuck me, man. I'm the one who forced you down that path in the first place. You were but a lowly board op at a well, I mean, you weren't a lowly board op. That's not fair. You were working at a news station in Dallas. I was in San Francisco. I was actually, that's funny, right? I was in San Francisco when we met.
Yeah. When we met on the phone.
Yeah. And I interviewed you, and I was like, this guy's cool. Yeah, let's fucking work together when I get to Dallas. So, I mean, I'm responsible for you in a lot of ways, being down that path. I apologize deeply. I should explain what we were fighting about. I was watching the debate.
And I was not.
Rob wanted to record, and I was like, man, I want to watch the debate. And as we are talking on the phone, I keep bringing up things in the debate, and we ended up at each other. And you know what we decided is that we don't really fucking care. Not enough to fight with each other to where we're like, you know what? Fuck you, man. No, I don't care that enough. And I feel kind of bad about it. I know who I'm going to vote for. I know why. I think that Rob knows who he's going to vote for and probably why. I mean, it's the difference between a turd and a shit sandwich. So I'd like
there were no winners on Tuesday night. There were only losers. America lost. The people lost. And so because they both got away with that night was pure 100% grade A bullshit.
And so again, what we decided is that we need to start the show on an even foot. We need to start with a place that we both agree. And I think that's a very simple place to start. And I hope you watching agree with us. The worst fucking people in America are campers of the left lane.
Yes.
And there are a variety of reasons why they do it. In California, it's a lot of Teslas. And I feel like it's a symptom of society, the way people drive in the left lane. I don't remember it being like this growing up as a driver, where I had to constantly fight my way through the left lane. It's pretty simple. If I'm going faster than you, you should move over. Once you're moved over, move back into the left lane. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. See, and out where I live, we have these lovely 2-lane highways. Okay. And there are signs that say left lane for passing only. And guess what people are not doing? They're not using the left lane to pass. They're just coasting under the speed limit, mind you. So you back up in the left lane going under the speed limit, while the people in the right lane are still going further under the speed limit, pissing me off.
I don't hate many people or many things. I think that's a very strong word. I don't like to use it. But people who camp in the left lane are people that I hate. It's so bad that if the collective group of people known as Tesla drivers were considered a race, we would be over here committing hate crimes.
Yes.
I despise these people with every fiber of my being. And I was talking to my friend Chris about this very subject. And before I launched into my full-blown anti-Tesla rant, he informed me very politely that he owns a Tesla. I was like, oh, I don't want to get beat up. But Tesla drivers suck. And he laughs and he goes, yeah, most of them do. My Tesla, he says, my Tesla's really fast. I was like, wait, what?
Your Tesla's really fast?
Fast? Wait, a Tesla can be fast? He's like, yeah, I race things. I was like, I didn't even know you existed. Now I see, and that's why hating races of people is wrong. Because some of them are okay. It's just the dickheads that stand out. Oh man.
It's always the dickheads that stand out. But at the same time, okay, yes, Teslas are quick. Guess why? They have you just mash the pedal and it goes. You don't have to worry about gears shifting. And for people like me, I have to shift my own gears. So yeah, I had this Tesla driver the other day flex on me at a stoplight because he was going to beat me off the line and try to drag race me.
He was going to beat you off?
Yep, he was going to beat me off.
That's what I think Tesla. Oh, Jesus.
I think
maybe some of them are cool, and I'm sorry that I hate all of them in general, but what I don't understand is it because you can self-drive the thing and you just put it into a mode and let it roll and you just don't give a shit about who's around you?
No, they're hypermiling.
What's that?
They're all hypermiling. They're trying to extend the range of the charge as much as humanly possible. So the more you mash the throttle, the more power it drains. The quick acceleration drains the battery faster. So they are hypermiling, trying to get it as far as they can before they have to charge it. I
understand that from a technical aspect, you think you just made things better. But the truth is, after that explanation, now I hate them even more. So in other words,
I wasn't trying to make things better. When it comes to Tesla drivers,
you're trying to get me to commit hate crimes against Tesla drivers over here on the show.
Okay, fine. Here. Let's switch it up. Let's stop saying Teslas. Let's say the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Those drivers need to burn in hell, and they will burn in the deepest, darkest pits of hell for buying that particular vehicle.
I'm kind of the fake car guy. I like fast cars, and that's about all I know about it, to be perfectly honest. Rob's like a real car guy. Would you please expand on this Mustang subject? Because I don't know what you're talking about. Educate me.
Okay. I'm just going to put it in a very, very, very simple message here. All electric crossover. with
What are
the
they
name
crossing over?
Mustang attached to it.
What's being crossed over?
Well, that's what they call those things. It's not quite like a big SUV, but it's not quite a car. It's right there in the middle, so they call it a crossover.
It's like a Mustang hatchback.
Worse.
Gotta go. Oh, I wish we were prepared like real talk show hosts with photos and things like that. But
Who says that we're not? Because
okay, well, show the picture then. Hey, look at Rob being all prepared.
hey, I was downloading that as you were talking.
You're the man. That's why you are the technical producer of the show and the thought leader and the business manager. And I'm over here just wearing a clown suit. Like almost literally today. I'm surprised we've made it 10, almost 11 minutes into the show. You haven't even mentioned the shirt yet. I think the shirt looks fantastic.
It is very slimming. And it is very festive. It sets it, especially with the lighting in there. You have a nice little ambiance going.
I have a glow. Well,
I've
only got so much to work with here, so we got
into radio for a reason. We're not exactly the best looking guys.
I'm entertaining, and you know the truth. We speak the truth, and we make people laugh, and so. Yeah, whatever. That used to be a hang up that's why the video stuff for us was hard to start with, because I just was really self-conscious about what I look like. But the reality is, I guess I don't care.
And honestly, the thing that really kept it back for me was the fact that we had to do everything manually ourselves. There was nothing that really made it easier.
Oh, this is like the way easiest thing I've seen.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to give away our secret platform.
Those who know.
Those who know do know, but those who don't need to.
Exactly.
We have so we've been talking about cars. I would like to switch gears. So to speak,
Make sure you don't stall it out. Make sure you clutch it properly.
Okay. We've been talking fast cars. I dare say. Do you know what kind of car it was that he got pulled over in? I'm not smart enough to know. Was it like a Lambo or something? Tyreek Hill.
Actually,
we have the tape. Maybe let's just show the tape, and maybe you'll know what the car is. Hey. Oh. Right.
Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Cops in Miami pulled Tyreek Hill over for stunting something. Going too fast, going too slow.
Well, I mean, he is driving a McLaren.
Being a black guy in a really expensive car.
He was DWB.
Driving while black. Yeah.
Yep.
In about a couple of seconds, 15, 20, they basically forced him out of the car. There were four motor cops. They put the knee into his back. Reports from witnesses at the scene say that he was then stood up and shoved back into a sitting position on the concrete, the curb, I guess. He was eventually let go, and he played a hell of a game, which is kind of ironic. But this is
look. All they were trying to do was motivate him to have a good game. So they did everything they could to piss him off so he would play better. He should be thanking those cops.
I had really. Let's watch the other video. Are you would you be grateful? I don't know about you, but I would not be grateful.
Well, look, I mean, did he have a great game and did he get laid afterwards?
Both, yes, but I don't think the cost is. I know you're joking, but the cost is there's no equivalence here. This is one of my big issues. This bullshit with the cops in America. I was talking to a friend of mine that lives in South Florida, and is a TV guy from back in the day, Ed Berliner, and we had different opinions about what we just saw. Ed thinks that. That he should have just cooperated, and I see that he did, and I got to thinking about it because, like I said, Ed's somebody that I respect, Is it just a difference of opinion? Ed's not a bad guy. I mean, I don't think that he was wishing any ill will towards Tyreek Hill. I just think that there's like a generational difference between what I look at that and see, and somebody that's, 20 years, 25 years my senior looks at it and sees. I look at that interaction as tremendously unreasonable. First off, the worst thing that they've accused him of is driving fast. Why did that take 4 cops to begin with? Number one, it doesn't. It wouldn't for me. Once they have approached him, why are they now taking him out of the car? Okay, so in America, you have these rights. You still have them. And the right to be free of unlawful search and seizure is one of them. That's your Fourth Amendment right. I consider that to be a violation of his Fourth Amendment right. You don't have to roll the window down. As long as you can communicate with the cop, you're good to go. There is no law on the books that says you have to roll your window all the way down. So I don't see that as being not cooperating in the first place. And so one of the cops has already been suspended. The guy's been with the Miami-Dade Police Department for 26 years. He's been suspended based on what his body cam footage showed. They're continuing the investigation. Tyreek Hill had this to say.
Right now, so I've been trying to figure that out too. Man. Right now, I'm still trying to put it all together. So I'm not gonna give you a version that I still don't know what happened.
Why do you believe the police put you in handcuffs?
I have no idea, for real. No idea, man. It's crazy. No idea. It wasn't disrespectful, because my mom didn't raise me that way. Didn't cuss. Didn't do none of that.
I guess the police officer was put on administrative leave. Were you aware of that?
Nah, I wasn't. That should tell you everything you need to know then. What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? Lord knows, what that guy or guys would have did. You feel me? And I was just making sure that, I was doing what my uncle always told me to do whenever you in a situation like that. Just listen. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Just listen. So, gotta be careful, man.
Did an officer put hands on you when you were in handcuffs?
Yeah.
What was going through your head during that moment?
I don't know. I was thinking about something else. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about going for 150 today, for real. I was on the way. I was like, man, I'm finna go crazy today, man. You feel me? Then all that happened, and I'm like, hold on, this happening? So it happened. It happened so fast that it caught me off guard. You feel me? Because I'm like, dang, they really doing this.
Well, that's part of the issue, is the speed at which all this happened. I believe every word he had to say, quite frankly. There is no cause for the kind of force that was used on him. It is unreasonable to stop someone for going over the speed limit and to drag them out of the vehicle, put your knee into them while they are face down on the concrete, push them over, this is crazy. So
You think that's crazy?
I do.
I've got another one for you that's even crazier, but I'll let you finish.
Well, I was going to go down the road of my solution for some of this stuff, but if you do you have something you'd like to add first?
Well, yeah. Let's just throw this into the pile because
Please do.
Yeah.
I like it when you bring things that I don't know about.
An off-duty Fort Worth police officer who shot a man multiple times after an alleged hit-and-run attempt has been identified, and he has been placed on restricted duty.
Wait, Who? The cop and the dude
cop.
hit
The
each
cop.
other, and the cop hit him.
No. So,
Wow.
well, he shot him. He shot the suspect. So while off duty, the police officer said a driver hit his car and then drove off while he was driving southbound on 35 near East Morningside Drive. According to an initial news release from Fort Worth Police Department, the police officer then started to follow the truck that had hit him.
Okay.
So you're
Not
off duty, you're in your personal vehicle, and you're chasing a guy down. We call that road rage.
And I feel like we heard this story a few years ago out of Farmers Branch. Didn't end so well, did it, for the cop?
Well, I mean, it
wasn't a hit and run, but the whole getting in your car and chasing somebody down with a gun, just not good.
Yeah, so the police officer said that the driver of the Ford F-150 then tried to ram into his car, and that's when he shot at the man driving the truck multiple times. Fort Worth Police Department said the person that the officer shot was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No one involved with the incident has been placed under arrest, including the driver who was shot. Criminal and administrative investigations in this shooting. We're investigating what happened.
Well, that's how you know the cop fucked up, is because if he hadn't been, that dude would have been slapped in jail so fast.
But I mean, to suffice it to say, this police officer was off duty and still decided to go enact some vigilante justice. And knowing that he's got the shield to hide behind.
Well, and we've talked about some of what I think will fix this. The first thing we need to do, the trouble is with the training. That's a big part of it. And police. Well,
and also in a lot of cities, the biggest problem is recruitment.
Who would want to be a cop right now?
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, here's the deal. If it wasn't such a toxic job, dude, they like in my town, San Francisco, you can make 186 grand a year as a cop. They advertise now. You have to be like a lateral transfer, but you can start out as a police officer in San Francisco at $164,000 a year. You can go to Campbell, and it's
what
about
kind of apartment does that afford you?
What do you mean? Say what now?
I mean, for the salary, what size apartment would that be able to get you in San Francisco? Because I can't imagine it buying you a house, but
well, it probably would get you close. There's also rent-controlled buildings that are available only to people like cops and stuff like that to live here. It buys you a decent spot. Yeah, that's not a bad haul. But you know, who wants to be a cop? The deal is that they are mistaken in a lot of cases about what they're even supposed to do. They're poorly trained. They are aggressive. They don't have training in de-escalation. And a lot of this is happening because of the way the system works, which is exactly the point you were making, that they've got this blue line that permeates all of these things. And once you're in, and they know that, and they use it to their advantage. And the only way we get control of these situations again is by removing the advantage. And the way that we do that is in a very similar way that we've dealt with like ambulance drivers, firemen. They have to carry private insurance. And so if the first thing we would do is address the training, and by address it, what I mean is federally standardize the training. I want anybody that's involved in training new police to be licensed by the federal government, teaching a standard that is applied nationwide. This idea that there's individual, fuck all of that. I don't give a shit if you're sheriff jerk off in Arizona County bumfuck. I don't give a fuck about that. What I want is for the same standard to be applied in bumfuck Arizona as it is in San Francisco. And the only way we do that is by training these people in a way that is consistent from one end of the country to the other. And when we start licensing instructors to train to that standard, we remove a lot of this crazy vigilante shit that you will see. I don't have it, but if you look on the internet right now, there's some video out of Oklahoma where the Oklahoma state troopers are doing like some military roust bullshit, and it's fucking crazy. You're like, who are these guys running off to fight? They're running off to fight you, basically. So we start with that.
Hey, look, people get rowdy at those casinos in Oklahoma, okay? So that's obviously what they're training for.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like somebody's dropping bombs outside the gate or whatever. And these are recruits, and just like, no wonder they're so militarized, right? So you start with that, you train them to one standard, you go off, and then you force them to carry private insurance like malpractice, and you remove the qualified immunity is what it's called, where you can't sue them because they're allowed to be fucking stupid. That's bullshit. So if you standardize the training federally, apply it the same all the way across the board, this idea that you're ignorant to the point where you're going to go out and fuck up, and we have to just say you can't be sued, that's removed. So you can be sued. Your private insurance is going to take care of it when you are sued, like malpractice. And I'll even go this far. I won't take it out of their pocket. I'll pay for it. We will pay for it. Subsidize it.
Maybe.
I can't make a.
Well, I mean, we're already paying lawsuits that the cities and counties and everything have to pay out anyway. So
might as well.
Yeah, but now it just makes the individual more accountable than the entire department or the entire.
It does, because if you can't be insured, you can't work. I also like the idea.
Now that might send you into the trouble of, since we're talking about recruitment being down and them not being able to find people, you may start, thinning the herd even more.
Dude, if we're
which
not
is going to just lead to more bad decisions.
If we're not paying out millions and millions of dollars in these giant municipalities to abusive, stupid cops, and they're being held to account privately through the insurance, fuck me, I'll pay them $300,000 a year. Come on, baby. It's a shit job. Come get paid. Do your duty. I'm all for it. Whatever it takes to fix the situation. I would like
the
to bring back
Arkansas State Police. Please do not change a thing when it comes to high-speed pursuits, because I love watching that shit on YouTube.
Arkansas and Georgia.
I mean,
the Georgia guys do the pit maneuver more often. Okay,
Arkansas
so how often
chase your ass down?
How often do you go down that rabbit hole of the reels on? And it doesn't have to be cop reels. You know what my favorite that I've been trying to figure out a way to bridge into this topic, and thank you. You provided the bridge. I am emotionally invested in a little bird named Bluebell right now because of these stupid fucking reels. How often do you end up in that? Is it just me with no life, or do you end up following these like emotional rabbit holes? And how? Okay, so on average, Rob, how often do you spend doom scrolling through reels?
Not so much on reels. What I have done is I have been able to manipulate my place of employment to believe that me watching YouTube all day is me doing research for our company's media stuff. So I will watch a lot of YouTube, YouTube shorts, YouTube videos.
I mean, that's interesting. I'm not a YouTuber. I mean, we're doing YouTube, but that's different. I will watch a lot of music videos and
Idiots in Cars, one of my favorites.
Man, I am so not cool anymore. I fumble with.
I'm not saying I would not go anywhere.
Yeah, but you're cooler than I am.
I'm cool.
Bro, you're getting paid. I just heard you're getting paid to YouTube. That's the thing, right?
If they ever figure it out, I'm doomed.
Well, we better start making money on the show, because either that or you're going to end up going back on the pole. No.
Yeah, which, hey, if you want to help us get paid, buy us a coffee. Go to buymeacoffee.com/dudes from Dallas and
plus
buy us a coffee.
Subscribe to the thing.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button. We need your money.
Also, hit the like thing. Hit the like button. So give it the thumbs up. So because it helps the algorithm.
Rob's going back on the pole.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a statement of fact and not in any way to be construed about whatever. Talladega Nights.
So let's end on. You want to end on the Lincoln Park stuff? That's an interesting controversy. You know, Chester Bennington's son came out and basically said, "Fuck Mike Shinoda."
Yes,
Fuck you.
and
this is bullshit. Do you agree? Do you agree? Do you have the new chick first? What's her name?
Oh gosh.
Putting you on the spot.
I actually had it pulled up like in front of me, but then now I gotta find the actual.
We're terrible talk show hosts. But this is the point.
We're not terrible.
No, here's the point. If this is like
Emily Armstrong, I knew it was Emily. I just couldn't remember the last name.
This is the new chick for the freaking Lincoln Park. I should know who she is, right? I mean, or maybe I'm.
Well, I mean, she was like the founder of some band like Dead Sarah, and she's a Scientologist who supported Danny Masterson during his rape trial.
That's problematic. Okay, but can she sing?
I will let you be the judge. So this is they did like a pre-show before they launched on their massive 6-city tour with her, and this is a little sampling.
Their massive 6-city tour.
Exactly.
Depends on the cities.
Well, I mean, some of them are big. I mean, and they're going overseas.
Dallas.
Nope, no.
I don't think they're playing here. What are the 6 cities?
They started on 9/11 in LA, and then they're gonna end up a couple of weeks from now in like Europe. Which I'm thinking, why would you want to do that? So, you know, because wouldn't you rather, I don't know, go and actually tour so fans can see you again?
Are we just mad because we're mad that Chester's dead, or is this like a real controversy? Play the thing.
It's a real controversy for a lot of people. So
I want to hear the thing.
All right, here we go. This is Faint with the new chick.
I can't bear the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I won't care this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. No, hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right now, hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right
Kind of rocks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Kind of rocks.
Never mind the fact that the entire song has been changed to fit. Like it's up an octave and like in a different key.
They've also replaced lead guitarist Brad Delson.
Well, he's going to hang out. He's not going to go on the tour, but he's still going to be part of the band.
Said he wanted to like focus on recording stuff, and he's basically given his blessing to the.
And they had to replace the drummer because the drummer didn't want to be part of it anymore.
Alex Feder. Well, yeah. So it's weird, but then Sublime with Rome is weird. Queen with Adam Lambert
but they said weird. But it was Sublime with Rome. I mean, there was some distinction in terms of, hey, this is different than just regular old Sublime.
Lincoln with Emily.
I mean, honestly, okay, so Mike Shinoda back in the day, he spun off and did his own thing. He called it Fort Minor. Chester went off and did his thing with some other guys, and they called it Dead by Sunrise. So they went and did other things with a different name. They didn't release everything under the Lincoln Park brand. This is a nostalgic cash grab, in my opinion. They are using the brand name instead of the Walmart brand. Because, I mean, look, this is how it's supposed to sound, okay? See, that's how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah, but they're playing Los Angeles, London, Hamburg, Seoul, Bogota. Yeah, it's a cash grab. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And that's why Chester's kid's mad at him. And that's why.
Look, I have no.
It's like, sucks.
Let me
You
just
guys are
say, I
assholes.
have no problem with them like reforming and making new music and everything. The thing that I have the issue with is using the band's name when you've replaced half of the members. And Shinoda justifies it by, oh, well, when we were writing this album and it just happened to just turn out to be the most Linkin Park thing we've ever Linkin Parked. And I'm like, no, it's not the most Linkin Park thing you've ever Linkin Parked. You've already done that. Like,
But
don't try to sell me on this. Like his whole PR tour has just been
a good thing going, and then they lost Chester, and I can see him feeling some kind of way about that, whether I like it or not. You know who else I'm kind of pissed at right now?
Another Tesla driver?
Dave. No. Dave. Dave Grohl. What is your deal?
God, yeah. Yeah.
I'm so disappointed. You were like the cool dad of rock and roll, and now you've got a baby that's from some other chick, and like I feel.
Oh wait, you mean to tell me he actually did some rock and roll things? Huh? Gee, that's a shock.
My friend is really mad at him. She is pissed, and it makes me laugh because she was like, blah, 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 penis things, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was a chick there, and she probably knew without a fucking doubt that he was married. And then, keeping the baby is kind of a 2-person thing. Yeah, I guess he could have showed up with a baseball bat or some crazy shit like that. But, outside of
if he even knew about it.
Well, I don't.
At a time when he could use the baseball bat or something else.
They arranged a press release. I think he knew. And, it brings up an interesting point because I had a friend of mine say that people aren't meant to be monogamous. And it's kind of an unnatural state. And it sounded pretty, I don't know. I mean, you're married.
Yeah. I don't find it hard to be monogamous, so I'm fine.
Okay.
I don't have a problem just having.
I mean, in theory, I don't have a problem with it either, but it just seems like are we going to get more cat butthole today? That was a.
Oh, by the way, it is his birthday.
It is his birthday. How old is he now?
He is 8.
He's an old cat.
Yes, he is getting there, and I don't like it.
I feel terrible about this. We've known each other for a long time. The fuck is that cat's name? Ryoga? Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo. I wanted to make sure it was the right cat, the same cat. I just would feel bad calling your pussy by the wrong name. Anyway, the thing with Dave Grohl kind of surprised everybody this week, and there are some mixed feelings about it. I am weirded out by it.
Mrs. Rotten is not happy with him either. Mrs. Rotten is very upset with him.
Just disappointed in the man. I feel like there goes my hero. Watch him
as he goes.
Turned your back on me, Dave.
All right, so since we're talking about depressing things, James Earl Jones.
Don't do it. Oh no, I see it in the video queue. Are you going to do this to me tonight? All right.
Well, I don't, which one do I want to torture you with? The most epic scene in movie cinema history, or the funny one?
I think we go sad, happy.
All right.
Do we need a break? Do we just roll the whole thing? Let's roll it and keep our mics open and comment on stuff.
Sounds good. All right. So here comes the sad.
Then you can just do them back to back, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
You little punk bitch.
There is
Coming
no
at your dad
escape.
like that?
Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you! If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
Biggest bitch meltdown ever right here.
Oh. It's not true. That's impossible!
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
No!
Luke, you can destroy the Emperor. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son. Come with me.
Do it.
It is the only way.
He was like,
I had some commentary, but I decided the clip was just awesome, so let it run.
it is the greatest like review in cinema history.
It was 96, right?
93.
90. Okay, so but he had 90 plus years walking the earth, and quite a bunch of them were being really famous. He
just a tad.
It's sad, and he had a good run, and he seemed like a really nice guy. The thing I've seen the most since he died are the clip from the one with Sheldon, the nerds.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I only have one thing to say to people like you. I like Star Wars too.
They ended up going to Carrie Fisher's house, right?
Yeah.
He had never met her until that moment in time because they were not on set. And then he's just the voice of Darth Vader. He's not in the suit. Like, we know that. So he was never around the set when they were filming it. And the Big Bang Theory was the first time that they'd met. I thought that was really cool. But 93, really good run. I think this is a life to be celebrated. It's not something that you should feel particularly sad over.
There is one thing to feel sad about with it, though. Apparently, he is allowing the mouse to AI his voice so he can continue to be the voice of Darth Vader going forward.
Don't like that.
I don't like that either because
don't want AI doing,
because we all know that the mouse will exploit that for everything.
I don't even care about the exploitation. It's not about that for me. It's about the fact that what I want AI to do is my dishes and my laundry and like the stupid menial chores that I don't want. I want AI to cook my meals. I want them to bring me my groceries, all of that stuff. That's what I want computers to do.
Well, look, I just want AI to stop putting naked pictures of me on the internet.
I want to do the fun, the naked pictures of you on the internet. Where?
That's what AI keeps doing.
That's hot. Google Rob Rotten dick pic.
You know, there's another thing that AI is doing that I don't know if I like it or not. It's kind of funny because I'm thinking, okay, who took the time to program this? But ChatGPT will roast your car for you.
No.
Yeah.
Why do you know this?
I saw it on it in a subreddit.
What did you do?
And I decided, hey, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to roast your car.
You're about to let some AI talk some shit to me about my truck.
Yep. So, and I totally want your response to this. So here is Nick Vicious's truck.
And the only reason the license plate's not blurred out is because that's not my shit no more.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're no longer in Texas, so.
No. I do still have those plates, though.
So let's see. Let me scroll down here.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So
this segment brought to you by the Ford Motor Company.
yes, they need to give us money.
We need Ford to go to buy us some coffee. Show the thing.
Exactly. Let's see.
You know how to do that? I don't know. I would put the lower third banner up, but I don't know where the button's at.
I got it. All right. So this is what ChatGPT had to say about your truck. Oh, this is the stealth ninja of pickup trucks, blending
His
right
nickname
in.
was Ninja. Yeah, I love it already.
Blending right in with the shadows. With that deep black paint job, it looks like it's trying to sneak into a parking spot, like it's avoiding a confrontation. Are those rims trying to be edgy or just having an identity crisis?
They're smoky. Shut up. And it doesn't know me very well. If it
And it continues.
Confrontations. Yeah. Go ahead.
And man, that grill looks like it's been binge watching way too many tough guy movies, but is really just ready for its next world change. Won't even get me started on the location, parked half on the curb, half in its feelings. It's almost like it's saying, I know I'm a Ford, but I've got dreams, okay? At least the trees give it some shade. It needs to hide from all the nicer cars driving by.
Oh my God. Be nice. It looked. I was with it until that point. That
hurt. Right. See?
That hurt. Talking shit about it. It doesn't need to hide from other cars.
I mean, but it's going to.
Okay. So you busted my balls. Did you bust your own?
Oh, yes. But before we get to that, we're going to roast this car first.
That one, I could roast that one. It looks like a penis. Look at it. It looks like a penis.
Exactly. All right. Time to turn up the heat on this banana colored Bavarian beast. With that shade of yellow, I can't tell if you're driving a BMW or trying to lure in a swarm of bees. Does it come with a sign? Looks like you took a highlighter to a luxury car brochure and said, yep, that's the one. Does it glow in the dark too?
Hysterical.
Nothing says I'm here to have fun like a BMW Z4 unless you count the fact that it's the same color as Big Bird. Is this the official car of Sesame Street now?
Oh man, that's good. That's all great. That's hilarious.
They say yellow cars get pulled over less often, probably because the cops are too busy squinting and thinking, what the heck is that? I can hear it saying, look at me, I'm a BMW, but with a personality. Just don't park near any school buses or you might get mistaken for a field trip.
That last one's like a Yo Mama joke.
Yeah. I mean,
your mama's car's so yellow, it got mistaken for a field trip.
So, I mean, ChatGPT brings the heat, right?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right. So, and yes, I had it bust mine as well. So here's, Black Noir. So, ChatGPT.
By the way, this segment is still sponsored by.
Yeah, 2 Fords in the same segment. Hello, give us money.
And there are cars. Can you please give us money so Rob doesn't have to go back on the poll?
Exactly.
Okay, all right,
we're on to the corner because the corner is really drying up. So here's
out there. At least
exactly
there's air conditioning in the clubs.
That's a slick looking Mustang you've got there. But let's get roasting. Exactly. The car's got more polish than my shoes on a first date. Must be spending more time buffing than driving. With that shine, I bet your car is the reason sunglasses were invented. Blacked out Mustang, huh? Did you want to look like a Batman wannabe or just wanted to blend into every Fast and Furious fan's dream? So shiny, even the sun's jealous. It's like a mirror on wheels. Bet you can check yourself out every time you walk by.
Yeah.
5.0 badge, huh? Must be compensating for the car's lack of trunk space. Where do you even keep groceries? Oh, wait, Mustangs don't do groceries. I see you've opted for the make all the neighbors think you're a street racer package. I'm like, no. And then look at the license plate. It's saying, look at me. I'm the important one here.
What's your license plate?
It is N0 EV4 M3.
No EV for me?
Yep, there you go.
You are something. it nailed me on that one.
And that's
No,
why Tesla
easy.
drivers try to flex on me so bad, because they see that, they get triggered and they're pansies. So they were like, "Oh, I'm going to show off."
I feel like what I really want to do now is set up a race between Chris and his Tesla and you and the GT.
See, that wouldn't work because off the line, I'll get smoked, but I'd catch up.
Well, nobody's said how long the race has to be yet.
That's true. Hey, have you seen the Tesla Gigafactory down in Austin?
No, but I've driven by some Tesla stuff out in Nevada.
All right.
In fact, my old roommate builds batteries. Well, not for Tesla, but next door. But they use them in Teslas. They sell them to me.
Oh, I was like, what, for Tesla? I mean, you said next door. I'm like, what's next door? The Chinese knockoff Teslas?
No, if you go out to Nevada, just outside of Reno, that's a big Tesla industrial area out there.
Oh, okay.
So
would you like to see the Tesla Gigafactory down in Austin? This building is like a mile long. Check this out.
All right, we're going to show you Tesla, which is freaking huge. Should I record it this way? Should I record it out this side?
That's it right there, like in the distance.
Keep in mind, they're still working on it. This thing's not even finished. Totally take the audio out of this thing.
Tesla factories at night, big and bright. It's been the heart of it.
Mind you, we're doing 93 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Driving by this.
Still going.
Problematic.
Coming up to the Tesla Road exit.
Yep. There's the Tesla Road exit.
I mean, there's the end of it right there.
All I'm saying is I couldn't work there without a golf cart. Or a gainer. Oh, here's what a gainer. Got outdoors.
There's Tesla, folks.
Not seeing a lot of Tesla.
You know,
I didn't see a lot of Teslas in the parking lot there.
you can't afford to drive a Tesla and work there. That's dumb. You should know better. Actually, I was surprised. I asked Chris. I was like, "How much did you spend on this Tesla?" And he's like, "It's 30."
Oh, because he bought the cheap one.
Hey,
like
if
the
it's
Model
still
3.
fast enough to make you and your GT scared to race him, then I think it was money well spent.
I'm not there's no skirt.
I heard scared.
No.
You don't.
But I will say this. You know, after I get smoked off the line once, I would probably want to tag somebody in who would absolutely love to do it, and that would be Mr. Two-Tone.
Oh man,
Mr. Tone.
Just don't think that's a good idea. He's on the straight and narrow. You don't want to fucking reel it back into the dark side.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You don't need a wheelman that bad. So we're both we got just a couple minutes left. I don't think we ever intended on doing like an hour, but that's what it's going to end up being. I got distracted by pretty flashy things. Can we play the fun James Earl Jones stuff now?
Yes, absolutely. So I
don't want to forget that part.
This is a clip from with David Letterman doing a top 10 list.
The category tonight from the Home Office, top 10 things that sound cool when spoken by James Earl Jones. The famous actor, a fine actor, a lovely man. Top 10 things that sound cool when spoken by James Earl Jones. James, nice to see you. Thank you very much.
He was in character.
Yeah, like that guy that was here earlier. Top 10 things that sound cool when spoken by James Earl Jones. Here we go, number 10.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah. Number 9.
Objects in mirror may be closer than they appear.
Number 8.
J-Lo in the house.
J-Lo in the house.
Yeah, that sounded cool.
Number 7.
Click here now for the hottest sex sites on the web.
Number 6.
And the Academy Award for Best Picture goes to... Dude, where's my car?
I like that. Number 5.
You're not fully clean until you're zestfully clean.
All right, fine. Number 4.
You mean I get all these great funk classics on just one CD or cassette? Number 3.
Well, now, wait a minute. That makes no sense at all. The number 2 cool thing when spoken by James Earl Jones.
Meow, 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 meow.
And the number 1 thing that sounds cool when spoken by James Earl Jones.
What's up?
What up?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I played football with a bunch of. I grew up in a pretty multicultural little farm town. So I ended up playing football with an East Indian guy, a dude with a turban. His name was Kushwant Chauhan, and Kushi, as we used to call him, would scare the shit out of people. This is a 280-pound, 6'4" Sikh with a fucking beard at 16 years old. And this dude would line up across these kids from wherever we were. We were Sacramento Valley, so, wherever they were from. And he'd get down and he'd get this fucked up grin on his face and he'd just start going, meow, 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 meow. across the line from people. Oh my God. One of my favorite memories growing up. All right. I think we're out of time. Rob.
Hey, have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet?
No. I've been so busy, dude. That's why I feel I will also apologize to Rob Rotten because I am probably the biggest flake on the planet. And he just kind of fucking tolerates it, which is fantastic. It's why our friendship works. And I appreciate that. That's what I appreciate about you. No, but I've just been so busy this week with the day job. Unfortunately, Rob and I both actually have to make a living. So this kind of happens after.
But hey, if you want to help us to make this a living, go down and click subscribe, tell your friends, buy us a coffee.
Give Rob some tips in his
flood the algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm's important. All hail the algorithm.
And if there's somebody listening or watching that works for Ford, give us money.
We do want your money.
Yes,
that is true.
I'll even take product. I will happily take a new Mustang.
I don't think we're famous like that yet. I don't know. We'll get there. We're gonna get there.
All right.
Okay. Final thoughts, Rob.
You can't blame me for trying to try to get a new one. It's not like mine is old, but hey, they released a new generation of Mustang, and if I can get one for free, why not? If it's free, it's for me, as you say.
I love that that's your final thought. Is about getting free shit? Because that's why we're friends.
Look, is there anything better in life than free?
Not that I know of. Free 99 is the way to go. And I will just wrap up by saying the world's kind of a shitty place right now. That doesn't mean you have to be shitty. We can treat each other with kindness. We can be respectful of one another's space. We can help each other out. You don't have to hate the person across from you just because you don't agree with them. And with that.
Is that like the 21st century YouTube version of Jerry Springer's Take Care of Yourself and Each Other?
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know what I said. We're going to have to go listen to the tape. It may be a thing I have to say every time now, which is cool. I was just riffing. Basically, I'm tired of people hating on each other just because they feel like that's what they should do. Just chill out, gear down. It's not all about you. Some things should be, but it's not all about you. And it's just life. Nobody's going to get out alive. So share the show, buy us some coffee. We do take cash. If you want to donate cash, then just get a hold of us.
And if you have, and if you have a guy for Nick, He'll take that too.
That's not on. We're done. I'm done.
Oh.
Just hit the subscribe button. We need your money.
Also,
not,
hit the
Rob's-
like thing. Hit the like button. So give it the thumbs up. So
you know,
because it helps the algorithm.
Rob's going back on the poll.